Hello friends, this is Professor Thakre from MVP's KBT College of Engineering. In this video, we are going to learn about wall timing diagram. Okay, so this is important concept related to internal combustion engine and wall timing diagram. The understanding of wall timing diagram is very important to understand opening and closing of walls of engine, inlet wall and exhaust wall, and why there is variation from ideal wall timing diagram and actual wall timing diagram. Okay, so in every engine or in every test rig you can see wall timing diagram for that particular engine. You can see deviation in inlet wall opening, exhaust wall opening, inlet wall closing and exhaust wall closing, and why there is deviation from ideal wall timing diagram, that we are going to discuss today. Now on your screen you can see ideal wall timing diagram. Okay, so before starting with wall timing diagram, let me refresh your concept related to working of 4-stroke engine. Now in 4-stroke, one cycle is completed after 4-stroke and 2 revolution of crankshaft. Whenever there is half rotation of crankshaft, that is 180-degree rotation of crankshaft, one stroke is completed. So whenever there is suction stroke, there will be 180-degree rotation of crankshaft. Whenever there is compression stroke, there is 180-degree rotation of crankshaft. In this way, for every 180-degree rotation, there will be one stroke. Okay, so in this way 4 strokes are completed by 2 revolution of crankshaft. Okay, now you can see ideal wall timing diagram. So first stroke is suction stroke. So during suction stroke there must be inlet of fresh charge into the cylinder, so there will be opening of inlet wall whenever your piston is at top dead center. You can see this point is at top dead center, so whenever piston is at top dead center there will be opening of inlet wall. And during suction stroke, for 180-degree of suction stroke, there will be opening of inlet wall. So during suction stroke, fresh charge is taken into the cylinder, and after suction stroke your inlet wall is closed. Now after suction stroke there will be compression stroke for next 180-degree rotation. There is compression stroke for next 180-degree rotation. And during compression stroke, so obviously if you want to compress anything, the both, it must be a closed system, so both walls are closed and your piston will move from bottom dead center towards top dead center, and during that 180 rotation there will be compression. After compression, ignition is provided. In case of spark ignition engine, spark is provided, and in case of compression ignition engine, fuel is injected. So we will talk about spark ignition engine. So spark is provided, and whenever ignition takes place there will be heat addition to engine, and due to that high heat addition there will be high amount of pressure and temperature created inside the cylinder, and after compression you will see expansion stroke. Now during expansion stroke, that combustion products are exerting pressure on the piston, so during this 180 rotation both valves are closed and that pressure is applied on the piston. Now after expansion stroke, you need to escape this air into the atmosphere, so there will be exhaust stroke. So your piston will move from bottom dead center towards top dead center during exhaust stroke, and exhaust wall is open during that stroke. So you can see whenever your piston is at bottom dead center there will be opening of exhaust wall, and whenever your piston reaches top dead center there will be closing of exhaust wall. So in this way there will be opening of inlet wall for 180-degree, and there will be opening of exhaust wall during 180-degree. As per your ideal wall timing diagram, there will be opening of inlet wall before suction stroke whenever piston is at top dead center. There will be opening of exhaust wall before exhaust stroke whenever piston is at bottom dead center, and there will be closing of inlet wall and exhaust wall after 180-degree rotation, that is after completion of that stroke. So this is ideal wall timing diagram. It shows you timing of opening and closing of inlet and exhaust valve with respect to position of crankshaft or position of piston. Okay, now let's talk about actual wall timing diagram. Okay, so this is actual wall timing diagram. Now you can see there is early opening of inlet wall. You can see there is early opening of inlet wall. In ideal condition, you can see there is opening of inlet wall at the start of suction stroke whenever piston is at top dead center, but there is opening of inlet wall before 20 degree piston reaches top dead center. Okay, so why there is early opening of inlet wall? So there is early opening of inlet wall. So first criteria is to compensate mechanical arrangement, to compensate delay in operation of wall operation. So what is that? So it is not sudden process. Opening and closing of wall is not sudden process. So complete opening of wall takes some time due to some mechanical limitations. So we have to provide certain clearance. So we will start opening that inlet wall well before piston reaches top dead center. And next important part is overlap period, that we will discuss later. So there is early opening of inlet wall to compensate delay in operation of wall operation. Now next, in ideal condition, we close inlet wall when piston reaches bottom dead center, but you can see there will be delay in closing of inlet wall. Why there is delay in closing of inlet wall? Because we can take benefit of inertia effect. What is inertia? Inertia is tendency of body to maintain its state of rest or of uniform motion. So whenever any body or any mass is moving with uniform velocity, so it has tendency to maintain its motion. So whenever piston is at bottom dead center, there will be charge taken into the cylinder having certain motion. So it has tendency to continue its motion. So if you close that inlet wall, so there will be interruption. But if you provide delay in closing of inlet wall, more charge will be taken into the cylinder. If you take more charge into the cylinder, there will be more amount of combustion, there will be more amount of heat generation, and you can have more amount of power output. So we provide certain delay in closing of inlet wall so that we can take benefit of inertia effect, and so that there will be more charge taken into the cylinder. Okay, so ideally you can see inlet wall is open only for 180 degree. Now you can see inlet wall is open for 180 degree plus 20 degree plus 35 degree, means 235 degree. Total inlet timing of inlet wall opening is 235 degree of rotation of crankshaft. Okay, after that there will be compression stroke, then there will be ignition is provided well before piston reaches top dead center, so that there will be propagation of flame that can understand during understanding of stages of combustion. Then there will be expansion stroke. Now you can see there is early opening of exhaust valve. Now the pressure, the product of combustions are applying pressure on the piston, and there is work done by that gases. There will be work done by that gases. So that gases are pushing piston in downward direction, and we suddenly open that exhaust valve. So there will be loss of work, there will be release of pressure. So why we provide early opening of exhaust valve though there is loss of work? Because if you close exhaust valve exactly at bottom dead center, so what will happen? Your piston is moving in downward direction, and when it reaches at bottom dead center, there will be reverse motion of piston. And if your gases, combustion products, are applying pressure on the piston, there will not be smooth motion of the piston. There will not be smooth motion of the piston. So to provide smooth reverse motion of the piston, there should be release of pressure. And to release that pressure, we will open exhaust valve early. So due to early opening of exhaust valve, there will be release of pressure, and due to release of pressure, there will be smooth reverse motion of the piston. Okay, so to provide smooth reverse motion of piston, there will be early opening of exhaust valve. Okay, so this is reason behind early opening of exhaust valve. Ideally exhaust valve opens at bottom dead center when piston reaches at bottom dead center, but in actual condition, to provide smooth reverse motion, we release certain pressure by early opening of exhaust valve. Now you can see there will be delay in exhaust valve opening. Now why there is delay in exhaust valve opening? Now to take benefit of scavenging. Now you can see in ideal diagram there will be closing of exhaust valve and then there will be opening of exhaust valve. But in this diagram you can see this period, during this period there is early opening of inlet valve and there is delay in closing of exhaust valve. So there is 30 degree of overlap period. What is overlap period? So during this period both valves are open. during this period both valves are open. So what happened during this overlap period, there will be intake of fresh charge and there will be release of burnt charge. So when this fresh charge when enters into the cylinder, it will push combustion product out of cylinder. Okay, so that process of pushing exhaust gases with the help of fresh charge, that process is called as scavenging process. Okay, so this overlap period is very important. So for this overlap period, there will be early opening of inlet valve and there is delaying opening closing of exhaust valve. Okay, now these are certain figures. These figures may changes with change in engine type. If you increase speed of the engine, this figure changes. For 20 degree it may become 30 degree, it may become up to 40 degree also. Okay, so there is no need to memorize these figures. You can have any figures because these figures for different engine are different. Okay, so this is all about ideal and actual valve timing diagram. Thank you.